Pirate Radio. THBLLP. Hannibal.
All right. Good evening, Pirate fans, and welcome to This Week in Hannibal Pirate Football. We are coming at you live from Frozen Sippies in downtown Hannibal, 108 North Main Street. Come on by and see us. We're going to have a little pizza, maybe drink a beer or two, and talk a little pirate football. What a week it's been. What an exciting game Friday night. The Hannibal Pirates came to play. By far, my opinion, their best game of the season last Friday night. They absolutely whipped St. Mary's, or West Plains, 41-12. And folks, my opinion, it wasn't even that close. This is Mark Dowil. I got Joe Thomas sitting next to me, and we got players filtering in. I've seen the Arthod boys. James Wetton's wolfing down a pizza here, and here comes a couple of more guys. But, Joe, what an exciting game last Friday.
I tell you what, Mark, you're exactly right. The game against West Plains, it was total different dynamics from Odessa the week before. I think Hannibal kind of came out a little bit flat. This game was totally different deal. I think probably a little bit on the shoulders of these 18 seniors that we carry on the roster. This was their last Porter Stadium game that they were going to have, period. And they wanted to go out in style, and they sure did. I mean, they brought the heat from the offensive side, and defensively, man, they put a stomping on West Plains that was, I don't want to say that we were expecting that, because I know that myself, I called a 2-touchdown victory deal. The spinal cord of our offensive line, Patrick Arthod, he actually said 3.
Yeah, I remember that.
And
I remember hearing that.
they were about right on par with that.
Yeah.
But the thing that was just so, it was from kickoff all the way to the end of that ball game. It was full tilt offense, full tilt defense, and it showed. And I think we kind of talked a little bit off the air that we were like, wow, this was a dominating game. But maybe we didn't quite kind of forecast that, thought it might be a little tougher. But
I expected a much closer game, to be honest with you. I know you guys had predicted, winning by 2 to 3 touchdowns, and I thought, boy, this time of the year, everybody is good. But to me, the defense turned it on. By far their best, and we've had a good defense all season long, but by far their best performance of the season. It was only close there when we were up 7-6, and the second half we just had our way with them. That quarterback wanted no part of running the football. And we just went at him like a bunch of crazed dogs, really.
We totally did. We had linebackers coming through here. I got James Wetton sitting next to me. Him, Kason McAfee, Aiden Scott. Everybody had an immense game defensively. Nick Ferreira. I mean, our player Ben Worthington was flying around like a crazed guy out there. And our secondary is extremely talented and very tough, especially on the teams that have a lot of passing abilities. And so it doesn't matter who we play if they're passing, and we'll go over a little bit of what we're looking at St. Mary's here in a second, Mark. But these teams that have good quarterback, good passing. Our secondary game in, game out continues to produce these, multiple, at least 1, if not 2, or maybe 3 interceptions, and it's just fantastic. We're not scared of that, and we can surely string the guys out when they're running for that sideline over there. We've got fantastic defense on our side.
Yeah, and that was the key. We talked about it at halftime last week. It was still a very close game at halftime, and how important it was going to be for us to assert ourselves, and we did that. Straight up, we came out. We had to kick off to start the second half, and it was just complete domination in the second half. We gave them a quick 3 and out. We took the ball and crammed it right down their throats, and there was no looking back after that. It was a shame that the onside kick we were offsides on that. It was executed to perfection, when he told you that it was coming.
I had insider trading knowledge that was going to happen. Coach Kuchlinder looked right at me and he said, "We're onside kicking this here."
Like I said, executed to perfection, but one of the guys was just a bit offside.
Yeah, so I think one of the Papa Murphy twins was just about a step or so, just a little bit quick on that, but it made us have to go back another 5 yards and just do a standard kick to him there. But nonetheless, the defense came out there and punched him in the mouth, and we took over on downs.
Yeah, it didn't seem to matter. In fact, they had trouble crossing midfield in the second half. So.
Oh, yeah, they really did. I mean, the only time that they got it was, I think, they're in the either late in the third quarter or it was late in the fourth quarter when we kept getting these absurd roughing the passer or late hit on the quarterback, whatever that was. It was a little bit off.
Yeah, I got to ask James something. I've been waiting all weekend for this. So James, I saw this happen, and it looked to me like somehow your hand got caught in the quarterback's face mask, and then when you tried to remove it, his helmet popped off. I didn't see any malintent there, but I understand why the officials have to call it, but I've been waiting all week to ask you, what happened with that?
I mean, I just tried to tackle him way too high, and I was pissed about it. After it, I knew I hit him way too high. I knew the coaches were going to be pissed with me, and I'm like, well, I noticed I had him by the face mask, let go of him, and damage was already done.
Well,
thing popped off.
I got that, and we talked about that. I was like, I know James. He's an intense player. He doesn't do that kind of thing on purpose. I mean, I know your hand got caught up in there, like you said. It was kind of a accident. But once you're there, you might as well. You know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've spoken like a true Catholic right there, Mark. Just kind of letting it go how he feels with it, but. No, we kind of wanted to know what happened because we obviously know you're a very intense player, James, and and things happen out on the football field. They're not, it wasn't a malicious play, and just kind of saw when the kid's helmet came off there. But, nonetheless, it was
obvious why they had to call it.
Yeah, I mean they had to call it. I mean it was what it was.
Yeah,
but I mean,
it was just loose.
It was loose. He didn't have his chin strap on. Huh?
Now, later on, just a couple of plays later, when they fumbled the football and they went down and dove on it, that I didn't understand at all. We got called for some kind of a late hit or unnecessary.
He did not think that head official saw the ball was out.
That ball was clearly laying there.
I do not know why. Yeah. That side official that was right in front of me, he saw it. He never went over there to confront and have that little debate with all the rest that got together.
Well, that was the story there, is the head official did not see that the ball was out. But, yeah, it was and the quarterback did get it, but he barely got it.
He barely got it.
Yeah, I mean, we were right there with him.
I mean, when he jumped on it, he jumped actually over it.
Yeah.
And reached down and pulled it back in.
That's what I thought. That's the way it looked to me as well.
That part when he pulled it back in.
Yeah,
that was just it was a bizarre play. It ended up not really costing us anything, but yeah, that was the one. A couple of plays that just really had some questions about there. But in the second half, I think you guys agree. Our defense just completely dominated them. They had nothing.
Well,
their quarterback was running for his life on every play.
Well, I'll tell you exactly how much our defense dominated that football game, Mark. Hannibal Pirates had 387 yards of total offense on 62 plays. West Plains had 51 plays for a total of 135.
Yeah, there you have it.
That's a defense dominating game right there, and then not to mention our offense actually dominated with the scoring too. So we actually what I'm going to do here, Mark, is kind of go over some of the total year stats. And I apologize, I don't have basically what would be the defensive total stats and stuff. But as far as like the total rushing for the Hannibal Pirates is led off with Cade Hoskins. Cade's got 1,246 yards rushing this year. He's got 20 touchdowns.
Oh, wow.
Second behind Cade, but not very far behind him, is Darian Washington. Darian has gained just over 1,000 yards, but he's lost 20. So right now he's at 995 yards rushing.
He was just a little bit shy of 1,000.
With 12 touchdowns. Wyatt Dorsey is at 717 yards rushing, 9 touchdowns. And then Nick Ferreira's got 2 touchdowns for himself there. He's got 94 yards rushing. Receiving Darian Washington, he's got 498 yards. And he's got 6 touchdowns. Reed Holiday's next with 296 and 3 touchdowns. Trey Hoskins, 292 and 3. Alex A-Rod Arthod has got 219 with 5 touchdowns. So, I mean, and then we got, so –
You look at the most important stat, though, Joe. We're 10-2. Anytime that you can win double-digit wins, what a successful season! Guys, talk about that. I know it's been a successful season, but a 10-win season doesn't come around very often for the Hannibal Pirates.
10-win season, we got the spine of the offense here, Mr. Patrick Arthod, who's our head center there on the team. 10-win season. I mean, did you see that coming into this season here? Obviously, it was a thought.
I mean, yeah, I kind of had an idea. I knew we had a good roster coming in, but I knew what we were capable of, and I think we kind of maybe underperformed a little bit. Not really, but there's a few games where we didn't play the best.
I think that a lot of us would agree there. I think it was the first game and the last game.
Yeah, in the regular season.
In the regular
Right.
season.
Yep.
Now after that, we've got the knife sharp and ready to go. So Nicholas, you got anything to add to that there too? I mean, we've kind of talked a little bit there at the house there, kind of looking at this season. Here we are, state semifinal game. What's this mean to you? And this has come to fruition now.
It means a lot. I mean, our team's executed all year. We've had a couple mishaps in 2 games, but overall, I think our season has been great, and we've played great as a team.
I agree with that. It's a team deal. We've got so many offensive weapons. We're going to go over St. Mary's offensive weapons here in a second too, and but we've got. I don't know many teams in this state that has 2 tight ends that is dependable as what Wyeth Dorsey has to work with, Mark.
No, there's no question about that. When you look at the weapons that Wyeth has, and I tell you what, the last couple of games, he hasn't even run the ball all that much. He's run it when he has been expected. Yeah, I know he's run the option a couple times, and he's kept it, and he's been very effective doing that, but he hasn't sprung into, like we saw earlier in the season, these 50, 60-yard touchdown runs. We haven't needed that.
No, we haven't needed that, and we just got A-Rod to sit down here at the end of the table with us here. But, Alex, what we just kind of talked about here a second ago was we're at a 10-win season. That doesn't happen to many teams, and deep into the season, some people kind of get. But here we are, 10-2. Kind of talk about what you kind of thought about coming into this season, and where you kind of feel at right now.
I think we're playing good. Coming into the season, I didn't think we'd have 10 wins. I think we'd have. Oh,
go ahead.
I think we'd be. I thought we'd be around 10 wins.
Right.
But I didn't think we'd.
Didn't think you'd make it to 10? Right.
Yeah.
Well, we're 10, and we're hoping to add 2 more.
Talk about how fun it's been these last couple of games, especially against Odessa and West Plains. They're a good team. You guys did not know that you were going to dominate them the way that you did, especially in the second half. You expected a good game, but talk about how fun that had to be playing in the third quarter, knowing that, hey, we got these guys right where we want them now.
It was really fun going out there playing in the rain. Once we came out to half, it was just
a good time for everybody.
I mean, what was it? All right, so let me ask you this. I mean, there's so many times that Mark and Joel and Terry and myself and Alex, when you come into halftime, we know there's going to be adjustments made. What is it like for you guys in that halftime, inside that locker room, away from the public?
Really
is it intense? Is Coach Hoskins losing his cool? Or is it just more of a like
here's what we got to do to win?
Right.
Yeah.
Here's what we got to do. You're going to do it.
Yeah, it's more like here's what we got to do. I mean, they just tell us what we need to do. We're all good. I mean, we make the adjustments and then that we need to make, and then we just play.
Folks, I'm going to send it back to the studio. When we come back, we're going to talk about this week's matchup. That'll be a semifinal, the Missouri Class 4 State Tournament semifinal game against St. Mary's Southside. We'll be down there at 1 o'clock on this Saturday afternoon. So we'll talk that one over after this 2-minute break. You're listening to This Week in Hannibal Pirate Football on KHBL 96.9 FM.
Smith Funeral Home and Chapel started in 1888, serving others as they would want to be served, with reverence, respect, and responsibility. Services are personalized and specific to each family. Smith Funeral Home and Chapel is proud to have provided over 130 years of service to the Hannibal community and the surrounding area. Brent Massey and staff wish the best of luck to the Hannibal High School Pirates.
The employees and directors of F&M Bank and Trust Company thank you for rooting on the Hannibal Pirates on KHBL Radio. Since 1870, F&M Bank has been cheering on Hannibal. As the Pirates settle into their new home, F&M is happy to be a part of this new era of Hannibal Pirate football. Together, F&M Bank, along with our customers, have been and will continue to be a part of progress in our community. F&M Bank and Trust Company, Hannibal's biggest fan. Go Pirates!
Are you concerned about the economy, interest rates, or current market conditions? For timely information based on sophisticated research, Raymond James Financial Advisor Steve Virel, located in Hannibal, can be contacted at 221-4500. He can discuss your specific needs and help to provide you with investment choices that make sense for you. To make an appointment with Steve Virel, his office can be reached at 221-4500. Raymond James Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Life well planned. Go Pirates!
Crescent Jewelry has always been the Hannibal Pirates' #1 fan. They know and appreciate the efforts and determination these young men must have to enjoy a successful season. Crescent Jewelry has used the same principles to run their business. Your local hometown jeweler for all your jewelry needs is Crescent Jewelers. They offer quality jewelry. Like the Pirates, they try hard to go that extra yard. Crescent Jewelry, 207 Broadway in downtown Hannibal since 1842.
Welcome back to Frozen Sippies. We are down here talking a little Pirate football on This Week in Pirate Football, and this week we got a big one coming up. It won't be a Friday night game. We were going to play originally on Friday night, but that game has been moved not only schedule-wise, but location-wise. We're going to play St. Mary's at 1 o'clock this Saturday afternoon, but the game is at Missouri Baptist University, Joe.
Yes, thank goodness for that, Mark, because there was not going to be well, from what I just heard from the voice a second ago, that St. Mary's was not going to permit students to buy tickets to get to the game.
Yeah,
because that's how little of room that they had.
Yeah, that's insane.
It's crazy.
Yeah, they were going to have to bring in bleachers
when they made
for
that social
crowd,
media announcement to go to Missouri Baptist Field. I was like,
oh, that's going to be so much nicer.
Thank goodness.
But I'm looking at the scouting report that you guys shared with me. St. Mary's is 9-3 on the season. So again, everybody's good this time of the year, but they rely mostly on two players. Their quarterback, he's a senior, big kid, 6'1", 168-pound Riley Smith, and then their workhorse is a young man by the name of Kingston Miles. He's a junior, but he's got 2,028 yards rushing and 26 touchdowns. So he's the franchise, Joe.
He's the franchise for them. He's averaging 8.18 yards per carry, Mark. He's got 248 carries for 2,028 yards. He is the workhorse. I've watched the video. I've watched the film on him on YouTube. Anybody can go out and watch it. Parkway North versus St. Mary's Southside. You can watch it there, and it's basically a highlighted deal, so it takes like 10 minutes. But I mean, they have a little draw kind of play that it was kind of a sneaky little handoff to him. He actually reaches behind him to the right side, and he shoots to the left gap, and he ran 90 yards. And that was there in the fourth quarter. That's what separated the game at 20-14.
Right. That was the winning touchdown.
Yeah, exactly. You know, they got like I said, Riley Smith. He's 122 reception. Well, he's thrown 200. Yeah. So he's thrown 200 passes, completed 122 for 2,238 yards, 15 touchdowns. 5 interceptions, and what the scouting report says, he does not like to get hit whatsoever. I hope that he gets introduced to T-Rex and James and Aiden Scott.
It sounds similar to last week's quarterback. Scott, he didn't like to get hit. He didn't like to run.
He got hit kind of so hard there. I think he started talking silly, and then basically
we knocked him out of the game.
Yeah, I think he got a concussion there. But, you know, the thing that we got to do with Kingston Miles is this young man has been looked at by not Southern Miss, but Ole Miss. Ole Miss is scouting him very hard and heavy. Word is down in St. Louis that Notre Dame is making calls on him now. So he's a very talented runner, and our defense has got to contain him. You know, whether somebody's got to you kind of hold him, and then somebody like James or Alex or Patrick come in and finish him off. They don't like to get hit. It's going to be a cold day down there in St. Louis on Saturday. And I think
it's snow, from what I understand.
It's looking like snow. They did
football the way it was meant to be played.
Yes, it's going to be. It's projecting the 1 to 3 inches of snow. They're kind of mid-late morning, so it's probably going to be on the field. And you know, it's going to be a game. It's going to be a difference maker. It's going to take some of the things out of there. Obviously, with a 2,000-yard running back, he's not going to be able to kind of cut so much.
So, Patrick, tell us about what would you enjoy playing in a game like that? You know, 3 inches of snow during the game, and I mean that's life down in the trenches. To me, again, that's football the way it was meant to be played.
Yeah, it's great. I've always wanted to play in the snow. I mean, I think everybody has. It's just we never really got late enough in the year to play, and this year we're in
Well, for one thing, if it does snow like that, I mean, right away it really diminishes. It makes it tough on the passing game. It's all going to be running game, and you don't. Your speed kind of gets negated as well, Joe. But that's what I would expect. And be honest with you, hopefully we see something like that, because it's been a long time since it snowed at a Pirates game. I remember a few years ago, Alex Meyer and I went down and did a playoff game one evening, and it snowed during that game, but nothing like 3 inches like they're calling for here. But so yeah, Patrick, tell us about that. Would you rather have that, or would you rather just have it wide open kind of thing?
I'd kind of rather have it snow. I mean, I think just playing in the snow would be fun.
So, James, what about you? Would you welcome the snow, or what are you thinking there?
Oh, I would just love snow. That would just be the best thing. I mean, we've never played, like my time from third grade to now, never played in snow. So, would love to see it.
Tell us about, now, again, I'm reading the scouting report, and it straight up says, we stop Kingston Miles, we win. Is that really the word there that you guys have gotten?
Yeah, that is what the thing is. He does a great job of making cutbacks, finding them open gaps, but all we got to do is shut down to him. And
it sounds like it's going to be very important to stay disciplined. Cover your area of the field. Don't go wandering off and trying to make some kind of a weird play because of those cutbacks, right?
Yep, and everybody just has to rally to that guy. Nobody can assume he's just going to be tackled, because he has broken many tackles.
Many tackles. So how does the defense go about preparing for something like that? Do you put what I'd call a spy, is no matter what, you stay with Kingston Miles, or how's that work?
So right now we are reading and making what me and Alex are doing. We're reading, making sure it is either a run or a pass play. If it's a run, obviously, we go find Kingston and we track him down. But then if it's quarterback, Alex or me will either drop back in coverage, or one of us will spy the quarterback and make sure he's not going to scramble around and make a good play.
And you made that statement there, James. Is it something you can kind of identify relatively quickly? Or, as far as is his handoff pretty quick, like to Kingston Miles, or and then it's a pass? Obviously, he's kind of making a break out to to the side, looking for his receivers.
And it comes in handy what the linebackers have to do. We read our guards, and the guards will either tell us if it's going to be a pass or a run play. They'll kind of do like a stutter step backwards if it's a pass play. If not, they'll kind of come towards us a little bit.
Well, Mark, and here we are at this time of the year. I mean, everybody, especially when teams are down by a couple of scores. We've seen it with Odessa. We saw it with West Plains. When they're down a couple of scores, they're obviously going to dig into their bag of tricks.
If they pull out the stops,
they pull out some crazy plays where there's going to be a flea flicker, end around, flea flicker, deep pass, open guy, something like that. And I know Coach Geschwinder, he's got quite a few tricks up his sleeve still that hasn't been divulged yet out into the public. I mean, at a ball game yet, right?
Yeah.
So, but what are we looking at here this week? Are we looking at pretty much the same thing here? Nicholas, are you looking at the same thing for offense? Are we looking at the same plays as what we've been doing the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, they kind of run a similar defense to the last two teams we played. Against Rolla, they changed it up a little bit when it gets to four-man front instead of those five guys up there, which we've gone against that multiple times this year. We're fine with that. But five-man is their main, and probably just stick with what we've been doing the last couple of weeks.
Well, it's interesting, because they've allowed like 17 or 18 points per game is what they kind of think they're averaging to allow, but they're only scoring like 29 points a game, 28, 29 points a game. So it's not like a big, that they're scoring 40, 50, 60 points a game there, Mark.
Yeah, it's not the Lutheran North 70-61 from a couple of years ago.
No, it's not. And the only comparable that we even have, they beat Lutheran St. Charles 44-0. We beat them 67-0.
Right.
This is Lutheran St. Charles. It's hard to say with that game there. I think maybe with everybody sitting in here in the bar right now, they could probably win that game 35-0. But
right. Well, it'll be interesting to see as well if the weather does get bad, if it's snowing and or raining, what that's going to do to the Hannibal Pirate offense as well. Because, like you said, we've got some talent there where we're able to throw the football to the tight ends. We're not talking about throwing it, 20, 25, 40 yards down the field. If we're able to keep those those short passes, and even out of the backfield. Darian's been very successful coming out of the backfield as well. It'd be interesting to see if we're able to run that kind of offense, Joe.
I think we will, Mark. I think we're so sharp with that, and we're so deep into the season. You know, Gershwinder said that the Tuesday after we beat Troy, he said, just wait to see how sharp we are deep in the season. It showed us last week. I think we could all agree upon that.
Now, you mentioned that Coach G was actually in a Zoom meeting with Misha earlier.
Yes, he was on a Zoom call with Misha. He wasn't able to get here. I did try to call him just for the question because Monroe City earlier today, they were supposed to play at St. Pius X in Festus, Missouri, at the same time we play in St. Louis, 1 o'clock on Saturday. Their game got moved to 1 o'clock Friday due to weather. I just simply asked Coach Gershwinder, are you talking with them about the possibility of moving the game to a Friday, ? And he said, absolutely not. It's a hard no for me. We are playing Saturday.
All right. Well, that's good to know. And again, that game is going to be at the Missouri Baptist University in St. Louis. You'll be able to catch it here on KHBL live Saturday afternoon. We'll be on the air at 12:45 p.m. for pregame, followed by 1 o'clock kickoff for right here on your home for Hannibal Pirate Playoff Football, KHBL 96.9 FM. Closing thoughts, guys.
Yeah, closing thoughts. Let's go around the table here.
What do you think?
He's got his 14
one way or another, you either have one game left or you have 2 games left. So tell us what your thoughts are there, Nick.
I think we'll get to 2 games if we play assignment football.
Patrick got a mouthful of pizza. He passes it over to A-Rod.
I really think we'll have 2 games left. It should be a really good game, but if we play assignment football, we'll be just all right.
So, James?
I mean, we have to have this. Yeah. They have to say this. They said this every week.
It's a ritual.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, they played it last week.
I know. They totally played assignment football last week.
Because we don't play the way we do, and we don't play assignment football, we won't be the place we are today.
Well, that's an interesting point there, James, because, the 2 games you lost, Joe will tell you did not play assignment football. No. Well, no. You did at times. Oh, don't do that. Oh, my goodness. Don't do that. Yeah.
That's like beating our heads off.
Yeah, there's so Patrick's got the microphone, and on the bottom it's got a little antenna. It's got a spring, and he was bouncing it up and down like a slinky, and that was the interference there. So it was, in your ears. It's what is that? Nails on the chalkboard? It's much worse than that.
It's worse than that. It's like bullets.
Patrick, your closing thoughts?
I think if we just play like we can and play assignment football, it'll be. I mean, I know it's going to be a really good game, but.
You guys, real quick before they get closed. I mean, I know they want to close off with the assignment football deal, but obviously they've got some guys that have kind of shot the gaps. They're a young squad. They got 2 seniors on their varsity, the offense side. I'm not as far as their defense. They got 1, 2, 3. They got 3 guys on defense that are seniors, so they're a young team. And I know that they don't. If you continuously kind of pop them, they kind of give up. But as far as what do you guys kind of plan on coming out? Obviously, you guys aren't going to stop. You guys have no stop in you. Doesn't matter whether it's 95 degrees or 25 degrees. You guys have no stop. And, that dog in you is going to come out in every one of these games, and you're going to come out and punch them in the mouth. Is that what your whole game plan is here besides assignment football?
I mean, game plan all year has been just come out and punch somebody in the mouth, and we're not going to stop no matter what they think. But it's really not going to matter how young they are. They're here for a reason.
Right.
They're going to make some plays, and so are we.
Right. Yeah, from what I read, Joe, they are a fast football team. They will make some mistakes, though, but they are very fast. But I think that we got a chance to wear them down, which is what we've done the last couple of weeks. I caught you with a mouthful of pizza.
My first bite of the night, I had a mouthful. But I think you're exactly right, Mark. We got to come out there and hit until that final buzzer and that fourth quarter sounds, and Hannibal Pirates up on top. And when that happens there, I think we're going to give Kearney a heck of a game, but we got one more game in front of that to look at there, and it's St. Mary's Southside. They got talent. They got probably one of the state's best running backs. We got to contain him. And every one of these scouting report comments here, we contain that running back, Hannibal will come out on top in this ball game.
All right, folks, that's going to do it for this week in Hannibal Pirate Football. Tune in this Saturday afternoon. You can have your turkey on Thursday and then have leftovers Saturday for lunch, and tune us in, and we'll be on the air at 12:45 p.m., followed by 1 o'clock kickoff. We will play St. Mary's Southside in the Class 4, Missouri State Class 4 semifinals. So
at Oliver's football field. At
Missouri Baptist football field. Yeah, we're excited about that because there is a press box there. So, yeah, I'm excited. I was worried we were going to have to do it from my tailgate, which we've done that kind of thing before. But yep. So that'll close it out, folks. This is Mark Dowil and Joe Thomas saying good night and tune in on Saturday. We appreciate you listening. We hope you enjoyed this one as much as we've enjoyed bringing it to you. This is Mark Dowil saying good night from Frozen Sippies. Arr.
Ready, go! Pirate Radio, KHBLLP, Hannibal.